Hello, and welcome to the Nutrition Diva podcast. I'm Monica Reinagel, and today we're talking about whether non-stick cookware is safe to use. Our show this week received support from BetterHelp, a company that lets you connect with an experienced professional therapist in a safe and private environment. You don't have to explain why you need to leave work or fight traffic or sit around in an awkward waiting room. Simply text your therapist anytime to schedule phone, video, or chat sessions when it's convenient and get help at your own time and place. To learn more or to sign up, go to betterhelp.com/diva. Enter the invite code DIVA and get your first 7 days free, and also show your support for the Nutrition Diva podcast. Non-stick pans are extremely popular, and it's not hard to see why. Cleanup is a breeze thanks to a special coating that keeps food from bonding to the surface of the pan. And that non-stick surface also allows you to cook with less or even no oil or butter. But are they safe? Most non-stick pans are coated with polytetrafluoroethylene, also known as Teflon. And there are a lot of rumors out there that Teflon might be toxic and that these pans might not be safe to use. One concern is that non-stick coating might flake off and be ingested with the food. Now, this is much more likely to happen with a cheaper or poor quality pan, or even just those that haven't been well taken care of. Using metal implements, for example, can scratch even a high-quality nonstick surface and make it more likely to flake. The good news is that ingesting small flakes of nonstick coating is not dangerous. This material is going to just pass right through your body. However, it does definitely reduce the non-stickiness of the pan. Fortunately, most manufacturers of nonstick pans have now phased out the use of perfluorooctanoic acid, or PFOA, and that's a suspected carcinogen. Nonstick pans never were our biggest source of exposure to this chemical, but, that's one less thing to worry about. Even without PFOA, overheating these pans can still create some problems, however. When these pans get too hot, compounds in that coating can be released into the air as fumes. These fumes can cause flu-like symptoms in humans, and they can actually be lethal to birds like parrots. Many bird owners choose not to even keep nonstick cookware in the house just to prevent accidents. Overheating the pans can also make the coating less effective. Polytetrafluoroethylene starts to dissociate at about 300 degrees Celsius, that's about 600 degrees Fahrenheit, and that releases toxic fumes into the air. If you put an empty pan on a burner, it can reach 500 degrees Fahrenheit in less than 2 minutes. And cooking foods over a high burner can also put you in the danger zone pretty quickly. You probably wouldn't overheat these pans on purpose, but, stuff happens. The phone rings or someone comes to the door and a pan gets left on the burner by accident. Personally, I get along just fine without any nonstick cookware. I have a set of heavy stainless steel pans that I use for things like cooking rice or pasta, scrambling eggs, steaming or sautéing vegetables, and making soup. I have a set of cast iron skillets that I use to sear meat, roast vegetables, and other higher heat preparations. I also have an enameled cast iron Dutch oven, and that really comes in handy for braising or other things that start on the stovetop and then finish in the oven. And I have had most of these pans for decades. Now, I'll be honest with you, every once in a while, I do have to scrub a pan. But I found that most sticking can be avoided simply by cooking things for the right amount of time with the right amount of heat, along with a bit of oil or liquid if it's needed. But if you prefer nonstick pans, I think it's perfectly okay to use them, and I have 4 tips to help you get the most value out of them. But first, I want to thank RX Bar for sponsoring our show today. RX Bar is a whole food protein bar made with just a few simple, clean ingredients. They use egg whites for protein, nuts for crunch and texture, a couple of dates to hold the whole thing together, and in the interest of full transparency, all of those core ingredients are labeled right on the front of the package. No BS. They're perfect for breakfast on the go, a snack at the office, or to throw in your bag for a bike ride, a hike, traveling, or anything. Whether you like sweet or savory, chocolate or fruit flavors, there is an RX bar for you. I love the fact that you can really taste the ingredients. The blueberry bar tastes like real blueberries. The chocolate tastes like cacao nibs. And I also like the way I feel after I eat them. Satisfied, but not weighed down. I always have a couple stashed in my suitcase when I travel. For 25% off your first order, visit rxbar.com/diva and be sure to enter the promo code DIVA at checkout. That's rxbar.com/diva, and the promo code is DIVA to get 25% off your first order. And now here are my tips for staying safe and getting the best results from nonstick cookware. Number 1, invest in high-quality nonstick pans. The coating is more likely to be sprayed on in multiple layers rather than rolled on, and that makes it much more durable. More expensive pans are also usually heavier, and that helps reduce the risk of accidental overheating. Number 2, keep that heat down. You really only want to cook over low or moderate heat. If you do accidentally overheat a nonstick pan, open some doors and windows to dissipate those fumes as quickly as possible. And if you must preheat a nonstick pan before you add the food, just be sure to watch it carefully and preheat it only as long as you need to get the surface hot, which does not take long. Number 3, be sure to protect the surface. Although you don't need to worry about ingesting the coating, the pans are going to perform better if you avoid scratching them. So don't use metal utensils or scrubbers, and then also store them carefully to keep them from getting scratched by other pans. And finally, learn to let go. If that surface does become scratched, or you notice that it's starting to flake off, or even it looks fine but it's beginning to lose its non-stick properties, it's best to replace them. Even higher quality non-stick coatings will only perform well for 3 to 5 years. And finally, if you like that convenience of non-stick but would just as soon keep the polytetrafluoroethylene out of your kitchen, there are some newer types of cookware that feature nonstick surfaces made without Teflon. One of the more popular ones right now are ceramic nonstick coatings. This coating is much more heat resistant and will not release any fumes at high temperatures. Unfortunately, however, the nonstick properties of the ceramic coating don't seem to last quite as long as Teflon. Using them at high temperatures may shorten that lifespan even more. And so for that reason, manufacturers of ceramic nonstick cookware still recommend using them only over low or medium heat. For high heat cooking, such as browning or searing meats, it's best to steer clear of nonstick altogether. A cast iron pan can really take the heat, and if it's well seasoned, it should also be nonstick. As a bonus, cooking in cast iron may increase the iron content of your food. And I have a link to an article on cooking with cast iron in the transcript for today's show, which is at nutritiondiva.quickanddirtytips.com. We're coming up on the end of the year, and if losing weight is one of your resolutions for 2018, I'd like to invite you for a free class that Brock Armstrong, better known as Get Fit Guy, and I are going to be giving next week online. We will show you the exact method that we use to help our clients escape the endless cycle of yo-yo dieting and achieve sustainable weight loss. And you can get more information at nutritionovereasy.com/resolution. That's nutritionovereasy.com/resolution. I also love to connect with listeners on Facebook, so please stop by the Nutrition Diva Facebook page and say hello. And now have a great week, and remember to eat something good for me.